Hello, Mr. Student.
Hello, Mr. Withers. I have a question about the word literature.
Great word. How can I help you?
On a previous discussion board, you mentioned that there were two different words about literature and they had different meanings.
Right. Literature and literature.
Aren't those the same word?
No. Literature and literature.
Are you having a stroke? Do I need to find help? Because I am certain you are saying the same word.
It can be hard in a presentation or oral discussion to hear the distinction.
I'm not hearing it.
That is okay.
Good.
Literature with a capital L has a different meaning than literature with a lowercase l.
Right. Literature with a capital L should be used when it is the first word in a sentence. I remember my capitalization rules.
That is correct, but not completely the answer. When else does a letter become capitalized?
When it is a proper noun like a name.
Right. Literature with a capital L refers to the proper noun or specific case of literature.
Okay.
Literature with a lowercase l would be the more common case or general noun, unless it was capitalized by happenstance at the beginning of a sentence.
Okay.
Do you want to write this down?
I didn't bring anything to take notes.
Okay. Well. Moving on. I want you to understand the difference between capital L literature which used for a specific body of work and the lower L which is the more general form.
I'll remember it.
Capital L.
Specific and proper noun.
Lowercase l.
General.
So far so good.
What makes the specific group important in OGA to capitalize?
That is a great way to ask that question. Capital L literature refers to the literary canon. Those are the important works that shape a culture and are worth teaching.
Can you give me an example?
Sure. When America was founded, the first books in an educated person's home were the Bible, the complete works of Shakespeare, and a myriad of Greek philosophy or a European history. Because of that, American culture often emphasized those works.
Did Americans write their own literature worth teaching?
Yes. However, not college or school taught American literature until 1917 when Harvard did it for the first time. Until then, proper education was built on European literature because Americans saw themselves as more European than American.
Doesn't that change how we perceive our own culture?
Of course it does. The literature worth teaching dictates society's values. It is an important sounding board. That is why capital L literature remains a cultural component like language, art, and history.
Okay. So literature, with the capital L, is the valued and good.
Right. That becomes complicated. Especially in American literature. As we add voices that we value, it increases the size of works that are deemed worth studying. First Americans added Americans, and by that of course they meant white male American voices like Robert Frost, Benjamin Franklin, Edgar Allan Poe, Nathaniel Hawthorne, and Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. That sounds like us.
Afterwards Americans started paying attention to and teaching women, African Americans, immigrants, other people of color, then more diverse looks at gender.
So works and their authors moved from lowercase l to uppercase L.
Right, they were re-evaluated and moved from literature to literature.
Can't hear the difference. Not going to lie.
Follow along as best you can.
I wish conversations in real life had subtitles.
That would be handy. It would also make it easier for you to take notes.
Haha.
Is that helpful?
So, what is lowercase l literature?
Everything else.
What else is there?
Capital L literature was once just poetry. Then prose novels and short stories were deemed worthy of study. Not until after Shakespeare's generation did people start taking plays seriously. For a long time capital L literature had the three Ps, poetry, prose, and plays.
Okay. So the rest was just
Fun. Entertaining. Pulp. Scandalous. Sometimes they were highly circulated and beloved but not taught in schools.
Okay. So today are those the only genres that matter in capital L literature?
No. Besides allowing for more voices and perspectives in the capital L literature of the literary canon, Americans have also helped open up the genres and forms that are worth studying. Modern students find classes on film, graphic novels, websites, social media, video games, and other valuable cultural markers besides just poetry, prose, and plays.
Why?
When was the last time you spent an evening expressing yourself in poetry to a friend?
Never.
When was the last time you spent an evening playing video games with a friend?
All the time.
Then which helps shape your understanding of society and culture the most, poetry or video games?
Oh snap. Video games.
Then the value has to be reassessed. Literature has to grow as a term. The literary canon expanded.
What is left out? Is everything capital L literature now?
Nope. Ever read the back of cereal box while eating breakfast for dinner?
All the time.
Did it inspire deep thoughts about the human condition?
No. It had a maze.
Did you realize that might be a metaphor about silencing of voices in modern society and how people are trapped and repressed?
No, I thought it was just a maze.
When M.C. Escher created his maze-like art, it was in response to the Red Scare/McCarthyism era where intellectuals were being hunted by politicians. It was all a metaphor. Many authors encoded their works deeply in metaphor at the same time to help survive those trials.
Really?
Of course.
So the maze could have been a metaphor about angst in my generation expressed on the back of a cereal box?
Could be. Yet it is not yet studied in college, so it has yet to be regarded as capital L literature.
It sounds like you are telling me that even lowercase l literature can have value.
Of course. I am a product of an expanded literary canon and find merit in areas that have often been overlooked by the literature establishment. Big literature establishment.
Big literature establishment?
Textbook companies throttled the progression of moving beyond the literary canon. Politicians do too, as noted above.
How about the current centaur?
History does tend to repeat itself. Back to the point at hand, do you now see the difference between literature and why the spelling should be used specifically?
I think I'm closer to understanding it. Let me mull it on it for a while.
Of course, sir. Let me know if you have further questions.
Okay.
Have a good day.